We've removed the original moist miner tank, welded a plate in the floor in place, fitted the Fiat 11-gallon tank, which is compatible with the engine, and that's noticeable by the fact that the filler comes out top corner there instead of out here. The advantage of that tank is that we have not only a flow and return petrol system, plus a gauge and a low level light. Also we have the reservoir for the windscreen washer. That's piped forward through the chassis rails. The removable side screen, which makes the car a true convertible. The two posts locate in the original position and are anchored by two grub screws, one at the front and one in from the back. You can tell that we've retained the original forward section of the window frame, added a little bit down here to make the frame sturdy. The convertible effect, we've made the door window frame detachable. Made possible by cutting the frame there and fitting a grub screw, removing the bung from the door and undoing the anchoring bolt, making the frame removable. Right. To refit the frame, we simply take that bung out, undo the bolt, undo the screw, fit it in, slot it down, replace everything, and you've got the original frame back. Mixture of many parts. Basically the engine is a Fiat 2-litre twin cam and matching gearbox. The main adjustments we have to do to fit the engine are cut a small V in the bell housing to clear the moist miner rack. Make new engine mountings, are fabricated at home simply to adapt to the engine, and the engine mounts, the rubber mounts, are larder. Everything is very, very tight forward to back. So we have to have a very slim radiator, and this is the Marina 1800 with adapted outlets. In a radiator we have adapted to suit the cooling pipes, the out and the in pipe. It's absolutely squeezed in between the radiator and the grills. In fact, you can see we've had to cut the horizontal bars here to house the motor. It just fits in. You might wonder where all the electrics are. The original moist miner bulkhead has been flushed. We have an alternator which only requires 2 wires, one for charge and one for warning light. Fixing a plain sheet of steel, both sides and bulkhead. The battery is retained for easy access and topping up. From all the front indicators, headlights and so on are all transmitted up a duct in between the new inner wing and the original. We've overcome the trouble of calibrating speedos by using an original moist miner face and fitting the Fiat works behind it, and we've roughly recalibrated it. The first one is windscreen washer. Second one, 2-speed windscreen wiper. Third one, normal headlight switch, side light and head. And the fourth is the electric fan. The original indicator stem, but in the end we've got an on-off switch which operates a changeover relay for dipping purposes. Apart from the fuel gauge is a temperature gauge which I keep my eye on. If it gets above half, I simply whip the fan on. Front seats are Datsun, mounted on two bars welded across the floor, and for passengers to get in the back We simply operate the lever, down the seat goes, and you have plenty of access to get in. The rear seats are simply a Morris Minor covered with the covering from the same car. We've ripped the covers from the car in the scrapyard, brought them home, stretched them over the original Moggy seats, and all you see is tidy. Started life in 1968 as a two-door saloon. It was converted by the lads 3 years ago, used by somebody for a year or so. He got fed up, we bought the car from him, and from there on the work was carried out to convert it into a convertible. Earlier, the car is a mixture of many parts. Basically it's a Morris Minor in looks, but as I've told you earlier, it's a Fiat twin cam engine. The rear axle is out of a Toyota Celica Mark II. The wheels are from A60. The hubcaps are Morris Minor. The radiator's Marina. We have Marina front discs and telescopic shockers all around. The exhaust system is home built to suit the car. We've used a straight piping from the front, and we've got a transverse rear Volvo silencer